Growing up in the urban city, a place filled with noises and movement, never have I felt more connected to the sidewalk. Sidewalk culture created the stories that greatly inspired my research on how to make it a component of architecture, or more specifically, how I translated into a design language. The more I research about the story of the sidewalk and street vendors, the more I realize that all stories can be linked from a simple gesture. From an image of the vendors of carrying their wicker basket, to the human body, to the proposal of a new idea on recreating space, this research urges to unveil the aesthetic aspect of sidewalk vendors and its mission on changing how we live in space. Carrying architecture seems to be a bizarre idea, but can we carry architecture? For example, on our shoulders. For many centuries, people carried objects on their shoulders to move around places. However, carrying architecture seems to be an untouched and underrated subject. Imagine, how can we carry a building? Well, the concept of carrying architecture may sound strange to people, and after researching about us vendors and the activities on the sidewalk of Ho Chi Minh City, I came to realize the importance of their existence in the identity of the city itself and for the region. And more importantly, I found the act of carrying baskets and carrying space may collide at some point. Yes, we cannot carry a building, a house on our shoulders. But what about space? Can we carry spaces? I must emphasize that it is not a study on how people change their way of living, nor to pursue a nomad lifestyle. It can be said that this research of mine is closely related to how to live with natural disasters and still be able to bring what is necessary with you. This paper mainly to address a way of using space through the concept of Gánh and from the relation with the body. I enhance the human expressively in this research due to my point of view on how to change our way of thinking towards space. Needless to say, there were times when I thought whether or not it was a superfluous concept to explore on how to carry architecture. Then, about a week later, the horrendous earthquake in Turkey and Syria led me to believe that what I'm looking at is just the beginning of the story. The possibility that we may at some point be affected by a natural disaster is unpredictable, although I was privileged enough to not live in a disaster-prone area. In the central part of my homeland country, things are not always so easy. Residents in the central regions suffer from frequent storms and floods from May until the end of December. In fact, for more than half a year, they live in the heart of the storm eye, but have not yet found a specific solution to improve their condition. Of course, playing a coastline or strengthening houses before the storm are only temporary solutions, but in the effective long run, is this solution still applicable? According to Vietnamese, Gánh means to carry, and the word Gánh is used either to describe a form of vendor with the basket on the shoulder or to define an action of carrying items on the shoulder. In fact, it's interesting how this form of culture has carried on for centuries, even though it may cause pain and inconvenience for the user. There was little evidence on how this form of activities appeared in Vietnam in the same period of time. But it is clear for the Vietnamese to recognize this type of vendors encroaching the sidewalk of the city until the present day. Gánh is caught on the sidewalks due to its significance, characteristics, and occupation. To carry the Gánh, the user has to place the center of the bamboo bar onto the shoulder to create a balanced state. Therefore, after which they may carry them around the city. There is another type of carrying baskets which is placing them on both of the shoulders. Then the bar is placed aligned with the shoulder. How can the body be connected by means of carrying? What is the translation of carry in architecture? Why should we carry architecture? In other words, how the elements of carrying have in relation with spaces. During my artistic research, these tests go towards my initial inquiry on changing spaces and its function by means of carrying. I have found out that our body is made to carry itself, therefore it can be functioned to carry other things. Since I made a series of drawings from the poses, I came to figure it out how the element of balance is a crucial point in creating stable state. For me, carrying architecture should be a subject to discuss more often, especially in a time when temporary living has become an option for those who commute regularly. We can carry architecture so that the space stays the same adjusted to our needs. As the vendors creating space surrounding them, regardless of the location, environment, and community. The symbol of Gánh and the appearance on the sidewalk is a sign of space itself. Therefore, the vendor are carrying an architecture on their shoulder as though it may not look anything like it.
Củ cải rau cần dưa hấu dưa cải dưa leo hột vịt muối hột vịt thúi hột vịt ung hột vịt lộn bơm nho hồng giòn xài ke mắng cầu gai đu đủ chín khoai lang trắng bột khoai lang bà lạc khoai lang bí cam hạt cam sành thịt chó thịt trâu thịt mèo thịt ngựa cô bác ơi.